Alright, what I did here was that from this point to that point, the widest that sits on your hip, which would be considered your high hip. That measures out to 18.75. I move the tape measure up. Mia, will you hold this for me? But just hold it like that. Okay. Nope, don't put your finger over it. Okay. Then I bring it up to about your natural waist where your belly button should sit. That's also should be the widest part of your stomach. That comes out to 18 inches exactly. So that's how I measure. That's how like everybody technically measures. So you should, the line that goes across your belly button would be this line. And that would be your high hip or your coat waist measurement in technical terms. See, you have a waist, your waistband that you would measure, which would sit somewhere along this line, depending on how your body's positioned. The lower part would be about here. I'm wearing sweat knickers, which is your highest, widest point on your hip. This way, it gives you the most accurate measurements because you're always hitting at your widest points. For your chest, you hit from that seam, right, where the pit meets, to the other side where your pit meets. For your tail length, here's your collar. The connecting seam right there is where you measure, and then you measure all the way down the shirt.
Susan,
Until about right there. So let me turn it around and do it right. 18. So on my shirt, it's about 26 inches long. Same goes for the shoulder. I flip the shirt around. Hold on. Flip the shirt around, lying it totally flat. It's from point, the highest point, to the highest point on your shoulder. From the top of the high point to the shoulder to the seam where the yoke starts, that would be, this block is what's considered your yoke. So you want to hit it from there to there. You don't want to measure from here, from the collar down. That's how you measure a suit jacket only. So you don't have to any other measurements. And then for your arm length, you want to start in the center of the back to the shoulder, and then from the shoulder all the way down to the arm. And that should do it. All right, bye.